Okay, welcome back. So the last one is the video 3, 6.1. I just want to do separate because I don't want to confuse you with the whole thing because a little concept, a little more deeper. So this one is the parabola with the horizontal axis symmetry and the vertex is still 0, 0. So now in this case, I just show you a trick. So we always want to make sure which variable has a square. So if the y squared equals 4px, x will go for, so your is along x-axis, I mean this sideways, this way. So this is positive, this is the sideways, this way. This is the focus. So now, remember the x-intercept, the x here must be first then. So p comma 0, that's the x-intercept. We're not using a, so we're sticking with the p, but the concept is the same. So, and this is the focus. What is the opposite of this number p? So this is the x. This is x equals negative p. There is your vertex. Make sure to watch this one carefully first. So then the second case is if the y squared is isolated, well then this is a negative. Negative mean is your parabola gonna go left, opening to the left, and this is the x-intercept. This is a negative. So it's gonna be negative p comma 0. What the opposite of negative? This point becomes the positive. So this one here is the p. So then x equals positive p. That is your vertex. I'm sorry. So the opposite of this one. So negative p, this is a positive p. This is a positive p, this side is a negative. So this one, x equals positive p, that's the vertex, and x equals negative p, that's the vertex. So keep in mind, if the y squared is gonna open sideways. If it's the x squared last video, upward and down. So x, follow this, x here along x-axis, y here along y-axis. Okay, so let's do some example. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to find the focus, we're going to find the vertex, we're going to find the axis of symmetry and the vertex. We know in this case y equals 0 is x, so the other two parts is the same. So here is the example. Here is the y squared equals 12x. He's asking you find all those informations. So now, y squared, this is a positive. This means so we know your graph is going to look like this. Like this. So like this. So this is the focus, and this line here is the vertex. D. Okay. So in this case, mean here is a p0. Well, then this is x equals negative p. So still, the main focus is finding p. So how do you find the p? We're gonna substitute. What is the y squared equals to? Positive 4p. So here, y squared, we're gonna substitute 4px equals what? 12x. Because y squared equals 4px. So then in this case, x is canceling. So it's 4p equals 12. Divide both sides by 4. So p equals 3. Okay. So then, now we can answer, so almost done. So here is the focus is, make sure to write first, P0 mean is, so P0, which is 3, 0. Vertex is x equals negative P, mean is x equals negative 3. Well then, the vertex is 0, 0, we already know. Well, in this case, so the x of symmetry is y equals 0. So last time was x equals 0. So the x of symmetry is y equals 0. And you're done. Okay, really easy stuff. I think that's not bad if you remember if you don't mix them up. So if x is here, sideways. If the y is here, upward, downward. Let me show you one more example. For the negative, so where we use the second one. Here is doing the same thing. So here is one more example. Y squared equals negative 28x. Okay, so now negative mean we're going to use this relationship here. So now let's visualize the graph first. So when you graph this one, so here's the axis here going to open sideways, negative side. So here is well then this point here is the focus, which is what? Negative P0. Well, this point is the positive side, so it's going to be vertex is x equals P. Okay, So make sure to visualize the graph, make it much easier. So now, here's a negative. This means we're going to use this relationship. So we're going to substitute the y squared equals negative 4px equals negative 28x. X and x cancels. So negative 4p equals 28. Negative 28, well then p must be 7. Okay, so now we can answer. So make sure, if you get the p, then it's really straightforward. So here is the focus. Focus in this case is negative p0. So in this case, the focus must be negative 70. Well then, the vertex is x equals p. So in this case, the opposite. So we take opposite of this one. So it's going to be x equals p. So this is just p as is. So what is p equals 7? So x equals 7, that is the vertex. And other two information is the same. The vertex we know is a 0, 0. And axis of symmetry is y equals 0 because it's along y-axis. So axis of symmetry is y equals 0. Okay, so now if it's y squared, x of symmetry is y equals 0. If there's the x squared, the x of symmetry is x equals 0. That's how we use how we graph here the parabola horizontally and vertically. So make sure to remember all those four formulas. There's some more problems here. They asked you is writing equation with the given information. So let me show you a couple of more, just like the homework problems. Okay, so here is some more problems. When focus is given, we need to write the equation. And sometimes they give you vertex, we have to write the equation. But we're still gonna visualize the graph. So here is another objective is so here is the objective 2, I think. And this one is writing equations of parabolas about origin. So this is if you read the directions, with the vertex at the origin. So this is with vertex at the origin. Okay, so here is for example given is focus is 2 over 3 comma 0. Well, now if you look the focus 2 over 3, so this means p is positive. So remember, so visualize the graph. So this is your x-axis, here is the y-axis. So this is your focus here, is 2 over 3 comma 0. This means your graph is opening this way. So this means there is the vertex here is x equals negative 2 over 3. That's a given. So make sure to graph it first using the information, then we can go from there. So now, if you remember, it's opening to the right, and the p is positive. So then, which relationship? So we're gonna have here 4px. So look, x is going positive, mean going right. So that's the formula we're gonna use. You must be able to identify the formula which one you're gonna use. So if the focus is p is positive in this case, and p is first, that's the right side. This is negative, that's the left side. If it's a 0 comma p, that is the upward. If it's 0 negative p, that's the downwards. Okay, so then upward, downward is x squared equals 4px, and x squared equals negative 4px. So this is where we're gonna start. So now we can write. So this is the equation we're gonna fill in. So is the y squared equals 4. What the p equals? 2 over 3 times x. So this is the p comma 0. So then y squared equals 8 over 3, 4 times 2, x, and that's the answer. You're done. So that is the equation of the parabola. Y squared equals 8 over 3x. Okay, let me show you one more. So asking you is this time the given focus. So we're going to do the same thing. Example 2. Given focus is negative 1 over 2, 0. So now this one is now negative p0. That's the x-intercept. So then you go back here, graph it first. So this one you're going to go this way is the negative. So then this is the focus here, is negative 1 over 2, 0. Well, this is the vertex, which is x equals opposite is half. That's a given. In graphic format, so you can always graph here. That's what we have. Now, if you remember, this is going towards the x, so it's going to be y squared equals negative 4px. That's the equation we're going to use. So you must remember the equation, so negative 4px. So then y squared equals negative 4. What is the p in this case? So this is the p, x equals p. That's the p. So the p is the opposite of that, half. So this is 1 over 2x. Okay, so then y squared equals negative 4 over 2x. And this one gives us y squared equals negative 2x. And that is the answer. Okay, so p, look, negative is here. It's a p. So this case, p is opposite. So this is a p. This is a negative p comma 0. So careful there. One last one. We can write equation when the vertex is given. So one last one. So here is a given vertex. Says the y equals 1 over 3. So now y equals 1 over 3 mean the positive. This is the positive. So a graph must be downwards then. So this is the focus. So this is the focus point here. The coordinate here is 0, comma, negative p. That's the y-intercept. So this point here is the vertex. This one here, which is y equals p. So this basically is p. So y equals 1 over 3. So p is given. So that's what we have in graphic format. So y equals 1 over 3 is up. Graph is downward. The focus is 0, comma, negative p. So p by itself is 1 over 3. So then it's downward. So we're going to use it's along y-axis. So it's going to be 4py. Okay. Well, then this downward mean negative. This one must be x squared. That is the equation. That's the equation of the parabola when you have it's opening downward with the focus 0, comma, negative p, and the vertex is y equals opposite of negative p is positive p. So then we just substitute. So x squared equals negative 4, and what is the p is 1/3, and the y stay the same. So x squared equals is negative 4 over 3y, and that is your equation of the parabola. Okay, so that completes your 6.1. This is a longer section. I don't want to confuse you. That's the reason I made like 3 different videos. I will post it, and we're gonna keep going. Let's see how far we can go. We have 1 more week after this week, so let's see. So please keep it up. Thank you. We'll see you soon.